Let's talk about 5 aspects of a successful search to buy a home. And I'm speaking as a top agent in Cambridge and Somerville, Massachusetts, working here for close to 30 years, helping people succeed in their search to buy. So, number 5 on my list would be you want to connect with your buyer's agent and do so on a regular basis. So, you want to communicate, of course, about your price range and your specific requirements and about your search. And if initially there's some lengthier conversations to get grounded and develop a context, you want to continue to engage and communicate with your buyer's agent on the journey and not lose track of one another. You want it to be an active relationship where communication continues so that as things develop and new information is gathered and new thoughts emerge, the two of you are on the same page. Your agent is your guide. And so the best service you can receive is informed by regular communication with your agent so they can do the job that you've tasked them with, which is to be of assistance in succeeding in buying your next home. Number 4 on the list is you want to get out to see properties. Open houses on the weekend are a great chance to see a number of properties in a short period of time. And of course, you can also see properties by appointment with your buyer's agent or to go out with your buyer's agent on a property tour. And the reason I mention this is, of course, there's the chance to review most all listings online and to see photos and read descriptions and do 3D tours and read about various listings, but there's nothing that can replace the actual experience of getting out and entering into and actually seeing any number of homes that really enrich and develop your understanding of value, the market, the neighborhoods, the offerings. So do try to get out. And again, it may be that you're a buyer that needs to do this not once, not twice, not 3 times, but many times, because you just sort of feel like you need to kind of get the lay of the land, enrich your understanding of what things are listed for, what neighborhoods are all about. For each buyer, it's going to be a little different in terms of the level of context. And I get that if you're in from out of town because you're relocating, you may not have the luxury of spending multiple weekends to get out to see the market and experience listings and attend open houses and go see places. But if you do have the opportunity to get out and see places, then you're best served by doing so. Number 3 on my list is simply to adjust as needed. Be realistic. Look, you may have painted a picture of finding a 3-bedroom in your price range in a certain neighborhood. And lo and behold, wouldn't you know that every time a new listing in your preferred neighborhood comes up, it's a 2-bedroom. So you may need to be thoughtful about how important the 3rd bedroom is. Or it may be that in your price range, almost all of the listings are without parking. And you're seeing great places that are lacking a parking space and parking is on your list. Maybe it moves from a requirement to a nice to have, and then it opens up opportunities for you that initially you didn't think you'd consider. So adjust as needed just simply means that if you have a vision and reality intrudes, you need to sort of take stock and be prepared as needed to adjust and allow your search to continue so that success is achievable. Number 2 on my list is to be positive. Look, it may be that a perfect property comes up for sale and you fall in love with it and you make an offer, and wouldn't you know, you get outbid by someone who's bid more and you're feeling heartbroken. When that happens, it can be easy to jump on the negative train and allow that negativity to inform your ongoing search moving forward. Look, it's fine to be crestfallen and heartbroken for a moment. It's life. It happens. It's just one of those things, though, where you have to sort of nip it in the bud, and resume your search with positive energy. Because I've noticed in my career, it's the buyers who remain positive who are the ones who are generally successful in their search. And then last but not least, you want to make informed decisions. So let's say that you do take an interest in 123 Main Street. Have your agent do an analysis of value. gather information about the subject property so that if you decide to make an offer, you know more instead of less about the property. Is it a condominium? So what's the budget look like? Any special assessments pending? What's the condition of the unit? What can we learn from inspection? What is it there is known by the listing agent for the seller about the property? How many units are owner occupied? How do they handle shared expenses? Is it professionally managed? So whether it's a single family, a condominium, or a multifamily, the subject property that you're interested in making an offer on is something you can learn more about in making an informed decision as to whether you're going to bid and for how much. And then, look, it's not just about making informed decisions in terms of the offer, if any, that you're going to make based on analysis, but it's also, considering who your buyer's real estate attorney will be, who your home inspector will be, what you'll do if an unexpected development arises, and what advice and counsel will your agent give to you to address or resolve the matter. Is the appraisal something that's come up? Will you prefer to consider a request for a new appraisal to resolve? There's all sorts of things that can happen in a real estate transaction from beginning to end. But the key here is if things that you need to resolve can be resolved because you are informed and making informed decisions, you will be successful in most all instances. My name is Charles Cherney. Myself and my business partner, Maggie D, help buyers buy the right home and sellers sell for the best price. Reach out by text, telephone, or email if we can be of assistance to you as a buyer in buying in the Cambridge, Somerville market and beyond. Be in touch. Take care.